All right, and we're back with another day of the vlog. We started off the day working on my car. My dad had his friend come out and he had a fancy tool that would read the diagnostics, and we kind of came to the conclusion that it's possibly an alternator issue, so we're going to have to limp it to a nearby shop that we've taken stuff to before, and they're going to work on it today and hopefully get it back to me today at some point. And we're probably going to hit up the booth, check out the devastation that happened over the weekend, if any, and make a deal with my buddy who runs Higgity Time Finds. He found a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays that he's going to unload on me for a really good deal. And so I'm going to pick those up so I can have even more DVDs and Blu-rays to process. I'm still not done with the others. I'm about halfway done. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. It's karaoke night here at the house, and so we'll be doing a whole lot of that. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry that I sing so much. But that's what the day looks like. Yeah. Another thing that I have to get done today is I have to clean this apartment. And I have been working so much that I have been neglecting a lot of things, like my dishes. Look at this. There's a dish. There's a dish. There's a dish. That is too many dishes. I have a problem. I don't have a dishwasher, and so I have a problem with letting my dishes pile up. So what I've done is I've tried to reduce the amount of dishes that I even have available to me. And when you reduce down to like 2 plates, 2 bowls, and 1 silverware item each, you got to do the dishes regularly, or you don't have those things to use. So I got to get that stuff done because everything is dirty, it seems, except for a fork. And I need other things. So I got to do that. I have some laundry to do. Oh gosh, it's, all this free time now that I don't have to go work at the restaurant is just going to allow me to do so many more activities. I'm also going to write emails to those 2 screenwriters that I met at WriterCon, because that's something that I have not done yet. And I'm just going to say, hey, what's up? What are you doing? What are you working on? Let's connect and keep a conversation going. That'll be a very nice thing, I believe, for the both of us, hopefully. All right, dishes are dished. Time for them to dry on the drying rack, and then I'll put those away. That feels good. Task complete. Now it's time to take the car to the mechanic and get him working on it so that I can get vrooming again. Yeah. So we are limping my car over to the shop right now. It was performing really well, and it keeps going back and forth between performing really well and then doing the same thing it was doing, which is just the power, like the acceleration just goes down to nothing, down to just vroom. So that's what we're working with. I mean, right now it's doing the speed limit, which is 35, and we're, luckily in a 25 zone. So whenever it goes low, I am just going the speed limit. So there is that, but it does go back and forth. It is unpredictable. Since we're going to the booth, I figure I'm gonna price a few more of these stuffed animals that I got from Higgity Time Finds. Actually handed these to me for free. He had an overstock of plush. This is not what I'm picking up today. I told you it was DVDs and Blu-rays. This is just another thing he gave me because he's a solid guy. And I'm going to price a few of these so I can fill in some gaps that I have in my booth and take those over. Okay, we got ourselves a box full of plush. We got that Yoda I picked up the other day and a whole stack of Blu-rays that I'm going to take to the booth. So we will be fully stocked, hopefully. Maybe the booth got cleaned out this week and I'll need to bring a whole lot more. But most likely this will just fill it up quite a bit. And my completely full silverware drawer. One of each. That's all I need. And just look how productive I am. I'm getting my coffee made early. It's only noon. and I'm already getting my coffee made. Now, this coffee can sit for 12 or 24 hours, so it'll be perfectly fine to be done now, or it won't be done now, it'll be done by midnight. But it'll be perfectly fine to sit overnight, and I can enjoy it in the morning. So good. And I do plan on getting through this stack of DVDs today. That'll put me a little more than halfway done with the entire lot that I picked up the other day from the garage sales, because I have so many more coming that I need to go ahead and get the ball rolling. But check it out, Phone Booth. That's a good movie. And I just noticed that somebody disliked my video from the other day about my experience working at Loverboy. And you just gotta wonder, what is it they didn't like about it? Because all they did is just dislike it. So, you know, I'm down for constructive criticism. So I want to know what you didn't like about the video. Did you not like that I didn't show you enough? Did you not like that I talked about my book? Did you not like that I talked about something else entirely in there that I don't necessarily, I'm not putting my finger on? Is it you don't like Loverboy? Maybe you don't like Loverboy. I don't know. The dislike is so arbitrary. Even the likes, I mean, yeah, likes are great. You're like, oh yeah, someone liked this video, but you know, the dislike is so amoebus that I'm not sure what you didn't like. Leave a comment. Tell me to my face. Okay, we got Mom's truck. We're gonna head to go pick up those DVDs and then head into town to check on the booth and drop some stuff off. Yeah, buddy. Okay, that was a good stop. We just stopped at Higgity Time Finds spot and got ourselves a whole lot of DVDs, Blu-rays, and he even gave me a box of VHS, a whole lot of Star Trek, a few Star Wars, but a whole lot of Star Trek for $10. And it is a huge box. It is at least 100 tapes. So those are good margins. Hopefully Star Trek sells. I'm planning on doing it for like next to nothing. These VHS, I'll do them for like $1 a piece. Make them move away. Make them go, 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 go. Now we're on to the booth. Alrighty. We are at Family Treasures Antique Mall. Woo! Remember guys, that's 412 North Main in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. My booth is booth 1922. Come check it out. All right, so the booth wasn't in too bad a disarray. Video games were kind of thrown all about. I found a Fallout game right down there. And so I guess people just don't know how to put things away. That's fine. The other thing I found was this tag for a Stormtrooper toy. It was on the ground, which means it is untagged somewhere, possibly in someone's hand at home with them. Who knows? It was only $2. I bought it for next to nothing, so I'm not really too concerned about it. But it does suck. It sucks because, you know, you'd like to sell the things that you put in the booth to sell. But that is the way it goes sometimes. It does look like I sold a pop figure. I believe I had 2 pop figures here, and it looks like one of them is missing. So that's a good thing. Those have been sitting there for quite a bit. I was surprised that these back-to-school items didn't move. I thought they would. I really thought these would go with the back to school time. I mean, I don't have them priced too terribly. $8 for this backpack. I think this is $8 as well. So, but I put those Blu-rays over here. So we got some Blu-rays front and center because I was out of room up here on the shelf with the other physical media. Actually, the whole booth is pretty much becoming a physical media booth at this point. But, oh look, yeah. See, these video games aren't supposed to be up here. They're supposed to be down here. Oh, 1 second. Let's put them right there like that. All right. So, yeah. I mean, things are looking good. Apparently, there's a system I can get on where I can see when things sell like immediately. So we're probably going to get on that. I don't know if I'll get on it now because it's $50 for a year. And it doesn't matter when you sign up for it. Since it's already halfway through the year, I might just bear with it through the rest of the year and start again in January with that. But yeah guys, Ultra Rad Stuff, Booth 1922. Come check us out. My buddy with Higgity Time said he got some new games in at a pretty good price, so I'm gonna check them out. They might be worth it for me to have. Maybe these are them. I don't know. We're gonna look at them though. We're gonna look at them. Well, I didn't find anything there that I was looking for, but it definitely has a lot of good stuff here. So check out Higgity Time Finds while you're at Family Treasures Antique Mall checking out my booth. Do it. I dare you. You'll have a good time. And update on the booth with all the camera stuff. One of the enlargers sold. Looks like somebody found space for it and they're gonna use it. My eyes on you though. All right, we're done with that. Signed my mom up on the wait list to get herself a booth. She's kind of wanting a booth for my Mima's stuff. She's got a lot of stuff from her estate that we need to get rid of. And so she's looking to do that, maybe just like a 3-month lease, because that's what they got is their first, your first lease, you have to do 3 months. And then it's month to month after that. But so she wants to do just like a 3 months, see if we can't sell all this stuff, get it done cheap. If I move up to a bigger booth, we'll just have her take my old booth. No problemo. And he did kind of discourage me in there. He's like, well, my mom, there's a bunch of jewelry, a bunch of like vintage costume type jewelry. And he's like, well, we do have a bunch of jewelry in here already. I was like, well, true. But you also have a bunch of toys, and I do still sell toys. So, you know, it all depends on what you got, I guess. So we will see on that. Now I think I'm gonna head back home because I've spent too much money today. We are at Brahms, picking up a bag of burgers. It's what I decided I'm gonna eat for the next couple days. I don't have a whole lot of groceries. I have my standard chicken salads, but I like to get some cheeseburgers in me. Get some cheeseburgers going on. I'll pay for them tomorrow or something like that. What's the deal? What's the quote? I'd gladly pay you for a cheeseburger tomorrow for one today or something. But I just paid. I paid for them today because that's how our economy works. All right, so the shop called, the car is fixed. It is exactly what I thought it was, which was the electronic signal from my brake was convincing the car that I had the brake on while I was trying to accelerate. So it was freaking the car out in all these kinds of ways. They said they had never heard of it. They had said a whole bunch of people had never heard of it. I heard of it in my own head. But it was a long process, several hours, all day long to do this. Probably about 3 or 4 hours it took them. And yeah, they got it fixed. It's ready to pick up. $400 later. So if you've ever been on the fence about buying one of my books or going by the booth and picking up some items, now's the time to do it. I'm just kidding. You don't have to pay for my car. Just watch this channel and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and eventually YouTube will pay for it. All right, this is the haul that I picked up from Higgity Time. There's a lot of stuff here, guys. This box, this is all DVDs and Blu-rays. This is all DVDs in here. Let's see, this one's pretty cool. It's Edge of Tomorrow, but it's the Live, Die, Repeat variant name. That was the original title of this film, I believe, but they changed it to Edge of Tomorrow. I don't know, for some reason. But there's a lot of good stuff in here. Like, this is a sealed double feature of Braveheart and Gladiator. It's a pretty good one. You got some Medea. Actually, yeah, Medea, it's in there. Got some SpongeBob. Got some other kids stuff. Got some Nick Jr. stuff. Good stuff in here. Some Dora. And then this is the behemoth. This is all Star Trek. There is, it looks like there's one Star Wars title in here. But this is pretty much, he said, all Star Trek VHS. And then this is also Star Trek VHS in here. It looks like we got Phantom Menace here, but even some sealed guys. Like, we have Star Trek The Next Generation sealed. So if you're a Star Trek fan, I'm gonna have the Star Trek available at the booth, and it's gonna be dirt cheap. because I got this for a steal, and I'm passing that deal on to you. Got the car back home, and talking to the mechanic, you know, he started talking about my dad and how much he appreciates my dad and how much he likes my dad and the way my dad is. And it got me kind of feeling like, you know, it's like I really do appreciate my dad and my mom, and I really appreciate my parents and everything they've done for me. And, you know, the connections my dad has and the way he meets people and he knows good people. You know, yeah, this cost $400, but the guy said he knocked $100 off because of my dad. So, you know, it's one of those things like you guys appreciate the people in your life. You know, recently in our sphere, we had a dear friend pass away, and you just really want to keep in mind the people in your life and all the things that they are. I'm not saying just because they can get you $100 off a mechanic bill, but because there are a million small things that the people in our lives do for us on a day-to-day basis and just are for us. And my parents are, you know, amazing miracle worker people, especially for me. They have never stopped being my parents. They have never stopped being loving, genuine, generous people. And I honestly can't get through a lot of the things that I get through without having them around. And I'm going to get sappy. I'm getting sappy. This is a sappy moment. So if you don't like the sap, I'm sorry. I should have given you a sap warning ahead of this. Next time, maybe I will. This is just an appreciation post. This little section here in the video is just a parent appreciation post. Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Store. They also have burgers and excellent sauce. Oh, so I feel like I've gotten a lot less done than I really set out to get done today. It feels like the dishes, I picked up that stuff and I checked on the booth. I mean, that's about half the stuff. The laundry is about half done. And I have not priced a single one of those DVDs that I told you I would try to get to today. It's only 5 o'clock, so there's still a lot of time left. Probably going to watch a movie, and we'll probably get one of those tasks done, hopefully, while we watch a movie. Because we can't do one thing at a time, we gotta do 1,000. Oh, and we also fixed the car. So, like, that was pretty huge. That was a pretty huge thing. That's pretty big, all right? That's a pretty big deal, okay? We're gonna do a little pricing, and I'm gonna watch Pretty Woman while we do that. I've never seen this movie, and this seems like a good movie to have on in the background while I do something completely different. No offense to the movie. It's just, it seemed like that kind of movie. Over the other choice for tonight, which is Runner, Runner, that Justin Timberlake, Ben Affleck film. I'm not sure what this one's gonna be like. So we're just gonna do that one second. Start with Pretty Woman. If Pretty Woman really grips me, then I might put the whole pricing thing aside, you know? That's just how it goes. I officially hit the 1,000 mark and I didn't even realize it. Burlesque on DVD is the 1,000th item I have logged into my inventory system. Burlesque. I might have to keep it. Never seen it, but I might have to keep it now. And I suppose you will want to know what I thought of Pretty Woman. It was good. It's definitely a good movie. I can see why it gets all the hype it gets. No, but seriously, it was definitely a good movie. It was funny because it's like at times it was reminding me of Audrey Hepburn movies, you know, and sure enough, in it, I believe it's called Charade. She's watching Charade while she's hanging out at the penthouse, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can see it. I saw the influences, and there it is. You just put it right in the film. The simulation got me again. Watched Pretty Woman tonight. Now I'm watching a YouTube video. The guy makes a Pretty Woman joke that I pretty much wouldn't have gotten had I not watched Pretty Woman. Oh, God. Well, we're going to wrap it up for the day. It was pretty productive after all. Got a whole lot done. I mean, we're talking dishes. We're talking a lot of pricing done. We got the laundry loaded and it's rolling through now. It'll be ready to fold tomorrow. Got the car fixed and I ate an entire bag of burgers from Brahms. That's 5 cheeseburgers. And I'm not ashamed. Until tomorrow. Bye.